my house hasn't really been feeling like a home recently. So we're gonna change that today. So I've been in my current apartment for the past maybe year or so, and my roommate and I have decorated a little bit. We haven't done anything too crazy, but we really want to tie the space together and make it feel like homes, especially since we're gonna be signing for another year at the least. There's a couple of things in the apartment that are just a little bit out of place, just kind of need a little bit better space, like some of the books, some of the figurines and decorations and plants and stuff. We just feel like could use a better place and could use a much better home, if you will. So I bought a shelf from Target that we're going to be replacing our current shelf with, and potentially moving the current shelf or completely getting rid of it altogether, but just trying to find a better home for some of these knickknacks and things that we have lying around the house. And in addition to that, we're gonna be talking about different things that make a house a home. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I actually recorded a clip of me taking all of this stuff out earlier, and I realized I didn't have the mic plugged in. But what I did notice was that one of my walls, I think it's this one here. Yeah, this one here is a little bit bent. I think we're gonna have to roll with it because this thing was heavy and I don't really feel like taking it back to the store, getting a new one. Oh, is this one bent too? This one is also bent. Oh, this one's pretty bad actually. That's actually really freaking bad. As you guys can see, ladies and gentlemen, the shelf is done. It really didn't take me that long. It took me maybe, I don't know, an hour and a half. I thought it was gonna be a little longer than that, just based off the reviews, but it was really quick and easy. There's a spot here and a spot here where the nails kind of came in wrong and messed up the shelving, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. That's not what's important. Anyway, now that we're done, we can start to fill it, and just want to give a quick little, not necessarily a monologue, but just talk a little bit about how to make your house a home and all the different things that we're going to be putting on here and what they symbolize to the house and, to myself and my roommate. When I moved up here to the DC area, I, moved up here not knowing anybody. I had family up in Maryland, but I basically was coming up here alone and leaving the home of Texas that I've known for my entire life. And so it was just like, for me, a completely new experience, trying to build a home and basically make a new home, away from home. And that was a long process. I'm here now a year and a half in, and now I feel like I can finally say I feel at home in Virginia, because it took a little while for me to get my footing and get comfortable, meet people and find my bearings and all of those different kinds of things. But I'm super glad that I did, and I'm super glad that I've built the community and everything that I have now. Like, I wouldn't change anything for the world. At first I was like trying to decide, am I making the right decision by moving out here? But honestly, I feel like I can say confidently now that I definitely have made the right decision. And we're gonna, put some things on the shelf to kind of symbolize that, right? We're gonna start off here with, this is Over the Moon, I believe, by Pharrell Williams and Lego. It's a collaboration, obviously, as you guys can see. The Lego set just kind of symbolizes that you can do anything that you set your mind to. And this is from the Pharrell documentary, Piece by Piece, which was a Lego documentary. It's the first of its kind, super cool, and I just loved it so much. I saw it in theaters, and it's one of my favorite movies now. And this really, means a lot to me. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the shelf. This Barcelona stadium, obviously, I went to Barcelona this past September. You guys saw the video and everything. It was just a great time to spend with family. My cousin ended up getting married out there. They do live out there, so it was awesome to have the family together for a nice positive event, and just it really shows that you can be home in any city as long as you're around people that you love. So this was one of the first things that I ever bought for my college dorm. It's just a little cause figure. This was the first time that I left home to make a new home, and that was back at the University of Houston. And so this, of course, has to go up somewhere. And then this one here, this one here is a figure. It's a bear brick that I ended up making with one of my friends when we took a day trip to Philadelphia. And this was just a really fun, impromptu, random idea that we had, and I'm glad that we were able to see it through and just kind of experience that adventure. This was one of the first things I bought when I moved to Virginia. This is another bear brick. It's a Spider-Man bear brick. And this one, I think, symbolizes new beginnings again, just because, you know, this was one of the first things I bought for decor when I moved to Virginia specifically. Maybe up here. I think he fits a little bit better up here. Larry June and Cardo Got Wangs. This was the Night Shift album. Larry June did a signing back in Houston. Another thing that symbolizes Houston that, you know, means a lot to me. I experienced it with a lot of great people that I'm still friends with to this day. And so, of course, this deserves a place on the shelf as well. Some candles. These are actually my roommates. And I think these also symbolize, you know, the importance of surrounding yourself with good people, filling your space with a place, you know, where you're comfortable, you know, it smells good and everything like that. Some plants. These are also my roommates. I think these also symbolize new beginnings. You know, they're fresh. They're growing. I don't know how I was trying to explain it, but those plants are new and they're growing. And so, you know, just symbolizing new beginnings and growing in a new space. This is another one of my roommates' plants that fits the same kind of aesthetic. Here is a full view of the shelf in its current form. Probably going to change a couple of things, but we're happy with where it's at right now. I do want to try moving the other shelf next to the window just to see what it looks like. So I'll show you guys that really quickly as well. So here's the corner I'm talking about. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of space behind the couch. Let me go ahead and plop this back here and see what it looks like. I don't know if I want to put this back here or the lamp that I have in my room. Just kind of see what it looks like. I would like to put a lamp up top here just for lighting purposes. We have one light on that side, but we don't have one on this side. So this side of the room, whenever it's dark, typically is very dark. So we want to try to even out the lighting in the living room space a little bit better. So I think I might do this. Let me stand back and take a look at it. This would be the lamp that we put up here. This has been collecting dust in my room because, quite frankly, it's just not used in my lighting setup in my room. Honestly, I think I like the lamp a little better. That is all I have for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, you know, us, or I guess me, trying to turn our place into a much more comfortable, you know, place for us to live. And let me know, you guys, in the comments which setup you like better for the secondary light. And then yeah, maybe we'll do a tour of the apartment one day. Let me know if you guys would like that in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.